um, from every aspect of it. From coming onto the show, there was not one bad thing that I could say about that my experience there, with the exception of not being able to book some of the real high end experiences.
Yeah, that was the only thing because some of their dining options are in such high demand that it's hard to get in, and that really only happens if you book late. And we booked our cruise sort of late. I mean, others have booked it months ago, so they had a chance to sort of select their options in advance. So the benefit of doing that is that you're guaranteed to get a place in whichever dining option you're interested in the most. And the other thing to note though is once you're about to board, they open up, or once you're on board, they open up a lot more slots to those who may have not been able to book in advance. They open up several slots once you're on board the ship, so that's always a nice option based on the fact that you don't have to miss out totally. But I will say some of their places, in particular, this place called Pink Agave, which is an elevated Mexican restaurant, you have to book that early. The other only option for that, because it almost always is booked solid, even when you first get on board. Because I was looking for it as soon as we got on board, because I knew I couldn't book it in advance. Got on board, found it was booked solid. The only other option is to go get in line as soon as they open, try to get a seat that way. And we were on a pretty full cruise on the Scarlet Lady. What was it, last month? And essentially they were booked solid, and we weren't able to get in during that sailing. But we did go on a subsequent sailing on Valiant Lady, and we were able to get in. And that is one of the highlights of the trip. That experience at Pink Agave was just bar none. It was just elevated to an amazing level. They have about 15 different tequilas. So if you wanted a margarita, you could, I mean, it's just, I don't want to spoil it for you. Suffice it to say, it's one of the best at sea restaurant experiences I've had since I started getting on cruise ships in 2017. I can't say enough about Pink Agave or Gumbe, just for the fun and the uniqueness of that experience as well. In both cases, we sail out of Miami. Port of Miami is my preferred sailing port, although we live closer to the Port of Baltimore. We haven't been able to find a cruise that's going to the ports of interest that we would want to sail to out of Baltimore as yet. At least not on Virgin Voyages. In fact, I don't even know Virgin sails out of Baltimore. In fact, I don't believe they do. The other thing we wanted to mention just quickly is, Virgin Voyages is a cruise line, keeps their ship very clean. In our experiences, we were seeing people clean every time we walked out to the elevator bay. They were cleaning the stairs, they were cleaning the rails, they were cleaning the elevator themselves. If you're standing, we had a balcony, so if we were in port and you're standing outside, you could see them cleaning off different balconies. Just, I mean, cleaning is something that they really are. They really harp on that. So that's a nice touch for me. And I think anybody would appreciate the fact they work that hard to keep the ship clean. Um, what else can I say? The shows. Now, did we see? The entertainment. We went to. We did go to a show, or did we go to a show?
Yeah, we went to that
Oh yeah, we
one
went to
show.
Dual
That was nice.
Reality.
Yeah, that
Dual
was nice.
Reality. That was super nice. I think it was a retelling of the Romeo and Juliet saga, but they had these extremely athletic acrobats doing the storytelling and participating in a performance that really was mind blowing. It
Yeah.
was really, and I've heard that since that cruise that they have made Dual Reality a show like on land. Like it got such rave reviews on the ship that it's actually being performed on land somewhere now due to high demand. So that just gives you a sense of it. I mean,
Yeah, that was more like a little Circus Soleil
yeah,
mixed with West Side Story.
right.
It was great. It was great performance.
Absolutely great. It was
Then
really
we
good.
did do that one in the manor, the little singing
Oh
little event
yeah, that
show,
was called not the ship show, but
misbehaving or something. I don't know how to
the
call it.
Madam Sings or something like
Okay,
that.
yeah,
something like that. But that was nice too. That was a nice variety show. With your dancing and your high kicks and everything, and it was a primarily a solo show with the one performer, right?
Yeah, but she had her little props and then pull people out of the
Yeah, that's
audience.
right. There she pulled people out of the audience, and that's a dinner show, so you can order a dinner while you're watching that show. All the shows typically are in the evenings, like after 5 and after. So you'll be able to find a nice show. And the Manor is a unique photographical location on all Virgin Voyages ships where it has this series of lights. And you'll see a lot of people taking pictures in there. So, yeah, keep that in mind, the Manor.
And you can't forget the big dog, Scarlet Knight.
Oh, right, Scarlet
I
Knight.
wish I would have had an echo effect right there. Because it seemed like Scarlet Knight is its own thing.
And it is. It's its own thing. And it doesn't matter which Virgin Voyages ship you're on, they're going to have one. So, I mean, you'll know it's Scarlet Night because you'll start to see the signs all over the ship at the beginning of the day. So you get up in that morning and go for breakfast wherever you're gonna go for breakfast. You can always eat in the galley. That's their it's not a buffet per se because they don't have a buffet on Virgin Voyages cruises like your standard cruise ship buffet. You can go to a table and then you can put your flag up and then someone actually comes and takes your order. You scan a QR code to get the menu, let them know what you want. You can choose from any of the places in this. Really, it's a large food court, but they'll have plates set up so you know what they serve, just to kind of give you a sample. But everything is made to order, and I think that's a very very nice touch as well. And you never really had to wait long. What one of the things I noticed. And we'll put some pictures up below this to kind of show you
And,
the galley.
and again, on the Scarlet Knight, you just have to look out for the red octopus.
Right. Yeah. Scarlet Night. You're gonna see it from the first thing that morning, and you're gonna see signs throughout the day. You can go to a show, and it'll tell you. It's a show called The Story of Scarlet Night. So if you wanted to find out what it's all about, you can go to one of those. They usually have one or two that day before the main events start. Um, and yeah, it's a vibe. It's an experience. And I highly recommend you go just for the fun of it. Like when we did it, we just basically went up on the upper deck. We weren't like in the thick of things, jumping in the water like
Yeah.
as some others have done in the spirit of it. But we did what I read, and we did have a fantastic time. So get a drink, pull up, and just get into it because you'll have a fantastic time. It's memorable to say the least. And you can leave as early or stay as late as you want. It's an all night thing, and it continues after the outdoor part and the pool area, what they call the Lido deck on other cruise ships. You can go to the Manor, and they have a Scarlet Night after party that goes on until the wee hours of the morning. So, I will say that the sound system is phenomenal on Virgin Voyages, and that they crank out some really good tunes. So, again, like the ship itself, there's something for everybody. If you don't hear your song right away, just keep vibing. It's coming. They're gonna get to you.
I agree. I agree. And with that said, we have a couple of special things coming up around in December.
Yes.
So stick around and get more info about that.
Speaking of music and choice on Virgin Voyages, we're actually gonna be hosting a group cruise, Afrobeats cruise with an S, because we're really showcasing the music of the diaspora, not just Afrobeat from Nigeria, but that'll be included as well. We have a series of extremely talented artists lined up to participate and contribute their offerings to this cruise. So, if you want to know more about it, you can visit our website. That's www.aftravels.com. Also, we have a Facebook group that we are AF Travel and Tours on Facebook. We'll probably have a separate group just for that cruise. But for now, it's all on the Facebook cruise, which on the Facebook page, which also talks about our other cruises that we're promoting, as well as other tours to the motherland in Africa. We do tours to Senegal, Kenya, Gambia, um,
South
Ghana,
Africa.
South
Ghana.
Africa, and newly added Morocco
Yeah.
in partnership with Maximum Impact.
And then we got the Ethiopia and Egypt
Tours on tap as well.
Right.
So yeah, we're really, our motto is Destinations Unlimited. So we've been recently booking tours to we booked tours recently to Jamaica, all inclusive, and we also did one to the Maldives, working on one now to Napa Valley, California. So again, Destinations Unlimited for us, but we definitely are available to talk about any destination that you have in mind. But we also like to bring information about our own experiences, hence our talk about Virgin Voyages today, because that's a cruise experience that we just can't really wait to go on again. It was just that awesome. And so we want to encourage everyone who may be interested to sort of listen to some of what our experiences has been, to maybe help you decide that that's something you might want to experience. And we can't say enough about Virgin Voyages. I think right now, though, Scarlet Lady has repositioned to Europe, but their other ship, Valiant Lady, is currently sailing the Caribbean from Miami. And we've actually gone on that one as well, not too long ago, a couple days ago actually. And yeah, you'll get to see some video from that on our YouTube page. And yeah, we encourage you to go ahead and either on the Facebook page or the YouTube description or our website to just go ahead and book Virgin Voyages through the provided link. And yeah, you'll thank us later.
Okay, so how about us the disembarkation?
Oh yeah, disembarkation. So we talked about embarkation. We talked about the ship. How we felt like we had plenty of room, even though it was a full cruise on Scarlet Lady. Talked about some of the entertainment, the incredible food experiences, the customer service, which was phenomenal, like leaps and bounds above any other line we've been on so far. And yeah, disembarkation was a breeze because we were so messed up based on our experience with other cruise lines that we got down there at the exit door.
Yeah.
Like 2 hours before anybody else even showed up.
Blame me for that because I was just like, I'm not going through this, and we got an early flight.
Yeah, see, that's
I was
the
ready
thing.
to throw our bags overboard and then just jump out there and just run and get our bag.
Because we had such a bad experience on another cruise line disembarkation where we missed our flight and we had to rebook, cost us a bunch of extra money that we had to spend to get new tickets, etc. And that was okay. Yeah, I was gonna say that was a trip where we had our kids with us, so it was really, it just put a bad taste in our mouth because they just would not let us off the ship, although they were letting others off the ship. So, but you won't have that experience with Virgin Voyages because first of all, they ask you probably 3 or so days before you disembark. I guess that's for their 4 or 5 day cruises. At least 2 to 3 days, you'll see something from them saying, "Hey, go ahead and set up your disembarkation schedule so there's no mix-up at the end." Um, the first cruise, Scarlet Lady, they asked us, and I said, "Yeah, I need the earliest one," because we also had an early flight. And the main reason we had that early flight is because in our area, there's only one direct flight typically leaving out of Miami that goes to our area, so which is the DMV. So the airport that we wanted to fly into usually has like one direct flight a day, and that leaves out of Miami usually around 10 o'clock a.m. And most cruise ships get in port between 6 and 7, and then they have to get cleared, etc. But somehow Virgin Voyages has figured it out because we pulled in. I was sort of awake when we pulled in the port in Miami, and it was around 6 a.m. And we were walking out the door at 7. So I don't know. I don't know what their secret is, but they get cleared and you're off the ship in no time. There wasn't a huge crowd like in previous experiences. There was no choking, no choke points as far as the line goes. We actually agreed to manage our own luggage, so we didn't have to wait for a porter to come, to get our luggage situation together. We handled our own luggage, which is the beauty of single carry-on for everyone. And we were able to get off that ship. We were walking off around 7 o'clock. Made it to the airport plenty of time. As soon as you come out of the Virgin Voyages port, when you first disembark the ship, there's so many transportation options available. There's taxis, there's Uber, Lyft, there's shuttle buses, all right there, and they all take cards. You don't have to have cash. You just drop your luggage, get on, find a comfortable seat. We opted for the shuttle bus, which is air conditioned.
That was what, $10?
Yeah, it was.
$10?
Yeah, it was $10.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah,
you're in Miami.
And it's so comfortable. Yeah, comfortable, cool, and also great service. So yeah, that was our experience with the disembarkation. Very smooth and no issues. We didn't miss our flight. So win-win for Virgin Voyages, Scarlet Lady. And we're gonna post up a couple of pictures, some of which you'll see as we're sort of talking through this. But if you have any other questions, you're interested in booking, feel free to contact us again through the Facebook page, the website, or you can give us a call. And our phone number is 1-877-AF-TRAVS, TRAVS. And you can call us anytime, Monday through Friday, between the hours of 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. And one of our travel advisors will be happy to assist you. So again, we want to thank you. And this is, we'll look for more of these. We're going to kind of start this as a trend. It's the first of several to come. Based on all of the different cruises that we've gone on more recently. And also, we'll probably even get into some of our motherland travel based on the interest in seeing some of those experiences as well. And we'll be happy to share them here, sort of like kind of give people an insight into what they can expect on one of our tours.
All right.
All right, so again, I want to thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. Message anytime with any questions. And again, all the best to everyone out there. And we look forward to meeting you on the high seas and one day here soon. Until then, peace.
Peace.